Hi, class. This is Professor Anderson. Hope all is well with you as we finish up the long Labor Day weekend that we had. I just wanted to record this video to get us started for week two. Now, week two actually is fairly short because of the Labor Day holiday extending to Tuesday. So when we officially come back Wednesday, this is what we have on the agenda. Basically, we're going to begin exploration of narrative writing. All right. And the main readings for this week probably will be chapter 4. I would also suggest chapter 3 as well, which talks about audience awareness. But again, most of our focus is on the narrative essay. In addition to that, there also is a video under the Learning Units DL, Unit 3. There's a video on narration as well, just to complement our text. So those are the materials that we have to review. In terms of the assignments, we've got the narrative writing discussion board. Now we're going to go to that in just a moment, but typically the way the discussion boards work is your answer to the discussion question, your initial post. Try to get that done by Thursday night, and then replies to at least 2 pairs by Sunday. And Sunday is always the last day of a discussion board. Also, you have grammar sets 6 through 8, which are also due Sunday, September 12th, and then writing center assignment number 1. Now, in the remainder of this video, I'm going to go over each of these just to make sure we're clear on what we have to do. All right, so with the narrative writing discussion board, let's go to that right now under discussion boards. And this is the discussion board. What you have to do is you have to do 2 things. Number 1, read the essay, Piracy Gave Me a Future. It is a narrative reflection of sorts. And basically read it and share your general impressions of the essay as a piece of narrative writing. Was the main idea of the narrative clear? Okay, was there a lesson to it? If so, what was it? What was the level of description? More importantly, did the author engage you? Why or why not? All right, so there's no real right or wrong to that, but you want to be specific with your responses. And the more detail that you provide with your answer, the better off you're going to be. And the second part of this is share what ideas you have for your narrative reflection essay. Explain why you think your event or experience that you went through will be an interesting one to both write about and for other people to read about. Will there be a general lesson behind it? And then the replies to peers, obviously that's part of the discussion board grade as well. So that's what the narrative writing discussion board is about for this week. Now the grammar sets, and let's go to that. Let's go up here. We'll click on grammar sets. Now grammar sets 6 through 8 deal with parallelism, agreement, empty phrases, and pronoun reference. Okay, so those things are kind of useful. There's some common mistakes that people make when it comes to the grammar, in their writing. So those should be fairly easy to go through. Now, the last thing that you have to do in terms of assignments for week 2, writing center assignment number 1. All right, now we're going to go to where it says writing center assignments here. And the way that it works, since this is a pure online class, we don't have anything to do with the campus at all. You're going to be submitting your writing center assignments directly to me. All right, and the way that you do that is you go to where it says writing center assignments here and writing center assignment number 1. Now this has a summary of the instructions that are in your writing center manual. Now, if you have not purchased the writing center manual, please do so. If you're having some issues with that, let me know immediately and we can try to figure out what we can do, at that point. But you will need to purchase the writing center manual. By the way, the writing center manual will look like this. All right, especially if you get a electronic version of it, if you get a PDF version of it, it will look like this. So if we keep scrolling down here, and then this is the table of contents for everything that will be in your writing center manual. And we're just skipping down to assignment number 1. All right. So you have to keep going down. You have to pass all of this to get to the directions. Okay, so here are the directions, the full directions for writing center assignment number 1. So what you have to do is you have to write a 3-paragraph response to one of the following 4 questions, A, B, C, or D. Make sure that each paragraph has 6 to 8 sentences. Okay, after your 3 paragraphs, write a 1-sentence statement that sums up the main idea of what you have written. This sentence will be similar to a thesis statement. Okay, an important element of writing that this book will address in fuller detail later. Share your finished work with a Writing Center staff member. In this case, it's me. Okay, so you're going to be sending it to me. And these are the prompts. Okay, so you can choose any one of these 4. So for instance, you might choose C, describe yourself as a writer. So basically, you're going to write 3 paragraphs describing yourself as a writer, focusing on the likes and dislikes, limitations, strengths, anything that's part of your writing routine. Now with that, once you've completed that, then make sure that that thesis statement is evident. Now in this case, the directions want you to have it at the end, okay, after the 3 paragraphs, just in a separate sentence, just indicate what you think the thesis of your 3 paragraphs are. So that's really what this is asking for. Now, when I check these Writing Center assignments, this is basically, and let me go back up here for a moment. This is the checklist that I follow. Anytime you turn in a Writing Center assignment to me, there will be a checklist. And I just go through these things. And if you have done all of these things, and if you've done them correctly, then I can give you a pass. If there are some problems, if there's some things missing, especially some major things missing, then you will see resubmit in our Blackboard gradebook, for the Writing Center assignment. All right. So just kind of be mindful of that as we progress along. I will periodically remind people of that, as we progress along in the semester. Okay, so that's Writing Center Assignment 1. And Writing Center Assignment 1, and let's go back to Blackboard here. When you get ready to submit, all right, you're going to click on this link, and it indicates how many points possible. Now, again, if you get a pass, you get the full 20 points. If there's some things wrong with it, there's some issues you need to correct, then you'll see resubmit, which is half the points possible. It's only 10 points possible. But resubmit means that you can always redo it, make the necessary corrections, resubmit, and then if the resubmission is correct, if it has no errors, then I can change it to pass. So that's how that works. Now, you'll get a 0 if you're not able to submit this on time, okay, which again is Sunday, September 12th, end of the day. All right, so what you can do here is ideally, when you're ready to submit, you've typed up your Writing Center assignment in a Word file, and then you just attach it and click submit. Now that's preferred. Now, if you don't have Microsoft Word on your computer yet, I will allow you to just write the submission. You can just click on Write Submission here and just type it in. That'll be okay, but I would prefer that you get Microsoft Word, and it's free for WCC students. Okay, and if you have some questions on how to get started with that, let me know. All right, so that's how you submit this Writing Center assignment here. So that's pretty much it for the second week of class. I do want to say that, just referring back to the first week of class, I did have the opportunity to read everyone's introductions. I was only able to respond to a few of them, especially with a class of this size. But definitely in the graded comments, I'll have some feedback for all of you. We definitely have a diverse group. We've got an interesting group. I look forward to working with all of you over the next 14 weeks that we have left. All right, so one final thing. Also, in terms of the grammar sets, okay, if you did not complete those grammar sets, try to get them done as soon as you can. I realized that Blackboard was down on Friday, it was also down Monday. So if you forgot to do grammar sets 1 through 5, try to get them done as soon as you can. All right. So that's pretty much it with this video. Hope that it gives you a clearer picture on what we have to do for week 2. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, definitely let me know. All right. Thank you.